just looking outside my window, it's kind of like, yeah, it's okay outside. I've realized, like, in my life right now, there is a lot that I was trying to control, and I think if you control anything in your life, you're always gonna end up on the wrong side of where you want to be. But I feel like for me, I felt very detached from myself because I was like, I need this in my life, I need that in my life, and there's this thing that I need to get done, and I've got to achieve this. And like, yes, all these things are real in this life. Like, we have to do things in this world. We can't just like sit on our ass. And I feel like for me, obviously, I've been in a stage of my life where I'm evolving, like mentally and spiritually and physically as well, like all these things. But it's like I have certain ideas and things that I want to achieve, but I can only obviously act on them in a certain amount of time, and then obviously, you know, hopefully something comes out of that. But I feel like for me in my life, I just need to let go more and be in the present moment and not try and control stuff, and like look at my situation for how it is, and not kind of like sculpturing or forming an identity of what I think it is. Because if you're someone out there who does that, like you put on like rose colored glasses of your reality, you're kind of not going to see it for really how it is. And like, it's good to be delusional at times. Like, you can obviously um, create the reality you want by like what you think and what you believe, but you know, sometimes there are realistic things in your life that you literally need to come to terms with and accept. And I think that's when the universe is telling me to just let go and be in more of a like a kind of surrender kind of energy. But yeah, it's like you've got to be aware of your own bad actions and habits. And you know, if you're in a stage of your life where you're not growing from those things, then you obviously need someone to help you with that. Or you know, you need to be honest with yourself at least, and not hide away from those truths in your life. And like, for me, I'm just realizing quite a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's like when I'm at a state of peace, I have this, for some reason, major anxiety of like things aren't the way they're supposed to be. But that's just because I know growing up I didn't feel comfortable or happy or kind of safe in the sense. So I kind of would use distractions or certain things in my life to like make me feel better. And it's come to a point now in my life where I it's like a journey of me taking care of myself again. But yeah, I don't know, it's like also getting rid of my ego, but also knowing that I can love myself, and like I can um you know, live a life that I want, but also knowing that, you know, things are out of my control. um and yeah, I don't know, like I think just not being so fixated on everything externally, and just relaxing in the now, and like knowing that things are going to be okay, and I don't have to, you know, try as hard as I think I need to. And I think just acknowledging what's good in my life right now, and not thinking like I'm going to feel better tomorrow or next week or when I have this certain thing. And like, that's the beauty of life, when you just come in or surrender and you accept your situation. Or and it's not giving up in a sense, but it's like acknowledging what you can and literally can't do. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not in a space where I'm like eager to change everything, and I'm just like, okay, things are the way they are. I need to just let go more and not have such an attachment to what I want in my life, because if I do that, I'm just going to be hurting myself. And yeah, I think just acknowledging what's healthy and what isn't. Like, I feel like for a lot of us, we tend to um, go back to things that aren't good for us, or we know what is good for us, but we still go back to these things. And like, it's you acknowledging what's good for you and what isn't, and then either making a decision for what's good for you or making the wrong decision and like fucking up your life. But yeah, it's like acknowledging, you know, what's good and what isn't. Like, I think your mind can sometimes play tricks on you, and it can tell you like lies in the sense of like what's good, and you'll realize like what's actually good is terrible for you. Like, you need to use your discernment with what choices you make in this life, and especially I think as of now in this time we're in the world, it's really important for you to like kind of just be honest with yourself, but also really surrender to the universe and like let go of what isn't in alignment or serving you, and like acknowledging what is working for you and what isn't. But I think as well, just making choices that are truly like gonna help you or gonna set you back, and like looking long term at your choices and seeing, okay, is this gonna help me improve or is this gonna cause me suffering? And yeah, like when you realize that, you're gonna be more aware, and just like you're gonna feel better in your life. Because I think for anyone, like, I'm just saying this like openly, you can kind of choose like a good or bad life, really. Like, it just all comes up to your actions and your choices, and like that's why God gives us free will in the universe, because it's like, okay, I have this life for you that you can achieve and you can be your most happiest at, but if you want to get there, you're going to have to take steps to either achieve that or stay where you are. And like for me, I've realized like, yeah, you have a choice to either go back into bad patterns in the past and what's not serving you, or move forward in the present moment and do things that are more aligned to your future self and who you want to be. That's what I meant, like more aligned to who you want to be in the future, and not like, what's the word, not what you don't want to be. And yeah, like I think for me, like with desires, I realize a lot of them are just unhealthy, or I'm kind of realizing what isn't good in my life and what isn't, and being honest and open with myself without lying to myself. And yeah, like just being in a sense of truth, because when you're coming from a place of like lying or bad intentions, you're always going to fall short, because you're not doing what's best for you. So yeah, I think just looking at every choice you make in your, like if you're struggling basically with choices in your life, or you don't know what you should be doing, you need to see, okay, with a certain decision, is it good or bad? Like just being honest with yourself in that moment, like is it good or bad? And if you feel like it's not good, don't act on that choice. If you feel like something is bad and you can tell it is, just don't act on it. Like you need to just be honest with yourself, because if you lie to yourself and be like, oh, it's fine, or you know, this won't be as bad as it is, you're just gonna be in a state of delusion. It's like, what? So yeah, being really honest with yourself is a good step to move forward in the right direction. And I think as well, like in this life right now, obviously we all have our own free will and like choices, but you've got to be aware that people around you and certain things, not everything, but some things are out there to get you. And I don't mean by like you're getting attacked by people, like and you're a victim. That's not what I mean. But like there are certain things that will try and set you back in your life, like whether that be friends, whether that be situations, or certain things that want you to stay where you are. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. I don't mean like, you know, I'm delusional thinking everyone's after me. That's not what I think. I mean in the sense of there are certain things that either the enemy, which is the devil, and that's like your desires, your greed, your, you know, that kind of thing, or it will be people in your life or certain events or situations that will want to pull you back in that like direction, and you've got to just be honest with yourself and be like, hey, what, you know, what reality do I want to step into? Do I want to fall short and repeat things that aren't good for me, or can I be in this moment and move forward with the reality that I'm in to then get to where I want to be? You know what I mean? Like, that's always good, and not escaping your reality and thinking that will help you, because anything that's like a short term, no, anything that's like a quick fix, or like an action out of doing something fast, that's never going to end well. You've got to take things slow and be at peace with where you are right now to then get to where you want to be, and not think that you can fast track it or get to where you want to be sooner. Do you know what I mean? Like, truly acknowledging that where you are right now is where you are, like being honest with yourself, and then knowing that you can get to where you want to be as long as you take the right steps moving forward, and knowing that like you have the choice to make good or bad decisions in your life. Like, no one else is there really to stop you from doing what is, you know, right or wrong. But I think as well, like, knowing that everything, you know, is as it is, and you don't, like, nothing is really actually, well, there are some things that are really wrong and I don't agree with, but like, you're gonna make mistakes in your life, and when you make those mistakes, you can't beat yourself up, but you need to acknowledge, like, when you make those mistakes, to just not do them again. And like, that's the thing with the enemy and like certain people and places and situations, you're not gonna see it because it's shown in a different form, but you've got to be aware of that and understand, okay, this is like probably another attack on my spirit or my, you know, journey, and it might look desirable, it might look good, but, you know, underneath all that, is it really good? Because in most cases it like isn't. So yeah, hope this helps anyone out there. I definitely just wanted to make this video because I've been through quite a lot lately. A lot of things have been changing in my life. Like, I recently left my job. I don't want to be fixated on that story, but yeah, I'm just doing what feels good to me day to day, and I think now just letting go of what isn't serving me is really good. So yeah, I'm ending the video here, and I'll see you in the next one.